myself, Snigdha Vishnoi, extends a very warm welcome to all of you to our common undergraduate orientation ceremony for new admissions 2023, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University, Delhi. This is certainly a day of great significance, a milestone moment where we formally initiate the beginning of a remarkable journey for our new students. We feel grateful to host all of you, students, parents, faculty, our university fraternity, and distinguished guests as we gather here to celebrate this expansion of our university family. Let me also take this moment to welcome and introduce our dignitaries, Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Anu Singh Lather ma'am, who has been of enormous support towards the planning of this event, our Registrar Sir Dr. Nitin Malik, and our Chief Guest Sri Naveen Guliaji for his time and presence here. May I please invite all of you to kindly initiate the ceremony with invocation rituals. Dear Lord. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Honoring your time and contribution towards this event, I would like to request our Vice Chancellor, ma'am, to kindly felicitate our chief guest of the function, Sri Naveen Guliaji, with the souvenirs that are reflective of our gratitude towards his time and which also denote our university's ideals and vision. Thank you, ma'am. May I also request our Dean Student Services, Dr. Santosh Singh, to also welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, ma'am, and Registrar, sir, with potted plants. Going further, I would like to invite our Dean Student Services for his welcome address for our special audience today.
A very good morning to all of you. And on behalf of the Student Services Division of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University, Delhi, I welcome all of you. Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am, our guest for today's orientation function, Sri Gulia ji, Dr. Malik, Registrar of the University, my dear friend, colleagues, students, parents, and particularly a very warm welcome to all of you, those who have come to join Ambedkar University, Delhi. I was actually not prepared, as always for these lectures. But I was thinking since yesterday, what is it that I'm going to talk to you like, And I thought I'll share with you something pretty absolutely personal. I think this year is very, very important for me because I complete my silver jubilee year as a teacher, 25th year of my teaching. Right, so I was just thinking from a small college in Nainital to Ambedkar University, Delhi, these 25 years just passed by. And many, many such moments came, thousands of students just went in all directions, And I was just thinking that what must be going through in your mind. I'm sure there's a flood of emotions, like it's a very, very important day for all of you because it's going to be a decisive moment for you. The fact that you made a decision that you are joining us in the last 3 months. I remember many parents were coming and meeting me and my division, especially, and some of them used to ask me, sir, my son or daughter has got admission in this or that university, but she has also got admission in Ambedkar University, Delhi. And we want to come here because we have heard great things about this university. We have heard the great faculties who teach here. I said, then this is the right place for you. If university is about infrastructure, I told them, and I'm recounting it now once more, if the great universities are not made of bricks and concrete, great universities are made of faculties, because that's our core strength, that's our core competence. So I used to tell them, if you're looking for Pizza Hut delivery in your hostel, etc., there are better shops elsewhere. But if you're really interested, if university means to you, it means where you learn, come to learn, and come to share knowledge, etc. We become better human being. Then I think Ambedkar University is the place, because all that we have to show, we have is the faculties, and the kind of classroom, kind of pedagogy, kind of curriculum that we have had for the last 15 years, more than that actually. So I was recounting that, so in that respect, I'm going to reiterate that you are all at the right place, absolutely the right place, because this is the university which is known by its core competence of teaching and learning. That's what it is, Ambedkar University. So I welcome you all, and I was also simultaneously thinking that you are also very privileged actually, Many of us who did our +2 and then 3-4 years it took for us to get into a university. It's not easy to get into a university. There's a system of college, etc. But you are lucky because you're straight away joining a university where there are undergraduate programs being offered by those same faculty members who are teaching in master's and PhD programs. This is extraordinary, I would say, from our side. One, and the second part is that, which I thought I'll share with you, is that, so what is great about it? Why do we call a university university? What is the key word of a university? And the key word of the university is universe, Brahmand, cosmos, merger of ideas, learning, knowledge sharing, free mind, as great poet Tagore would remember, right? It creates that kind of horizon, it creates that kind of enabling environment which helps you transcend your parochialities, transcend those boxes that we are born into, of all kinds, our caste, our religion, our kinship, all that. That is why we go to universities, because university is about universal ideas. University is about transcending those barriers, those cubicles, those cocoons. And it creates that environment where you can fly higher. And we can, all the teachers can wait at the ground and see you flying. This is what all that we earn as teachers. And this is what I have earned in the last 25 years of my teaching. I welcome you all on behalf of the division, but also definitely on behalf of all the faculty members, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor ma'am, behalf of the administrative staff, on everybody in this university, because we are all part of the university. It's not without reason that we could say that we are non-hierarchical. It's precisely because of this reason that we believe that we think differently. We believe that university has a mandate. We believe that public universities in particular have a very, very important role to play in these times. And therefore, with these notes, I welcome you all. As a Dean of Student Services, I'll be there. I assure you that there will be no deficit of all that you should be expecting from a university in that sense, as I said. Right. As I believe that there, of course, in a system, and we don't have our own campuses, as you know. We operate from these campuses, and our new campuses will come up at some point of time. But that doesn't dampen our spirit of teaching, learning, and creating the environment. Last thing that I would like to say to you is that you create your curriculum vitae. You work here, and of course your placement, your career, they're very important for us. But as a social science humanities university, we have a larger role to play. It goes beyond just about your curriculum vitae, your placement and your job. That's very, very important, and we are working in that direction absolutely as professionally as possible. But the larger mandate is that social science humanities have a larger role to play. That role is very, very significant to me. That what do you give back in return when you pass out from these universities? What is your role towards nation building? What do you give it to the society? Of course, all of us work for ourselves, of course. But that is the area where we will be able, we like you to kind of enter into. Of course, it is important for us in the university to kind of come together, learn from each other, from the diversity of the class, from the heterogeneous class that we have. Delhi, that way is very, very important, because you get people from everywhere. No better place than this to have a better learning environment. So in that sense, I believe that you will find plenty of all that, which requires a great fertile ground for knowledge creation and knowledge sharing, etc. Right? So I would like to kind of request you that while prepare yourself for the larger, for the career, etc., which is very, very important, very central, that you make yourself. At the same time, please think, what is it that going to go, how are you going to go back and give back to the society and the nation, and how your knowledge is essentially going to contribute to the larger society. But that is the responsibility I'm talking about. You be aware of your rights, absolutely fine. But also rights come with responsibilities. And that's very important. I would like to highlight this because I think when you have joined here, remember that was a larger goal. Remember about yourself. Remember about the promises that you made back home. So all that are important. We have all gone through those promises, etc. So therefore, my very best wishes to all of you, from all of us, and I wish you all the very best in this journey. May you, as I said, may you fly very high, very, very high from our side. We'll do everything possible for you to have a great time, great stay, very enabling environment here of study and learning and knowledge system. With that, I will end here, and I'll say very, very warm welcome to all of you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words here, for setting up the fine base for our event to begin. It is with immense honor and privilege that we introduce our distinguished chief guest for today's event, Mr. Naveen Gulia. He is the fine embodiment of inspiration, courage, and unwavering determination. His life's journey, and most importantly, his powerful responses towards his life events, towards the obstacles thrown at him, are a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome seemingly unsurmountable challenges. Shri Naveen Gulia ji is a name known far and wide for his extraordinary achievements. He is a former Indian Army officer, an accomplished author, an adventurer, also a motivational speaker. In 1995, he met with a life-altering incident, accident, bringing in multiple injuries and incapacitation of kinds, but that he could convert the moment, the phase for his reinvention and transformation is truly motivational to witness. To know more about him, we have a video that we are going to play for him.
Hello friends, I, Naveen Gulia, a disabled ex-soldier of the Indian Army, an adventure sportsman, a writer-poet, an activist, and an orator. I am making an attempt to present my views on different topics through the medium of this YouTube channel. I hope you will like what I have to say.
वतन की तुमसे है, हिम्मत वतन की तुमसे है, इज्जत वतन की तुमसे है, इंसान के हम रखवाले, ताकत वतन की हमसे है, हिम्मत वतन की हमसे है, इज्जत वतन की हमसे है, इंसान के हम रखवाले, पहरेदार हिमालय के हम झोंके हैं तूफान के, सुनकर गरज हमारी सीने फट जाते चट्टान के। पहरेदार हिमालय के हम झोंके हैं तूफान के, सुनकर गरज हमारी सीने फट जाते चट्टान के। ताकत वतन की हमसे है, हिम्मत वतन की हमसे है, इज्जत वतन की हमसे है, इंसान के हम रखवाले, आकर हमको कसम दे गई राखी किसी बहन की, देंगे अपना शीश न देंगे मिट्टी मगर वतन की। आकर हमको कसम दे गई राखी किसी बहन की, देंगे अपना शीश न देंगे मिट्टी मगर वतन की। ताकत वतन की हमसे है, हिम्मत वतन की हमसे है, इज्जत वतन की हमसे है, इंसान के हम रखवाले, खतरे में हो देश अरे तब लड़ना सिर्फ धर्म है, मरना है क्या चीज आदमी लेता नया जन्म है। खतरे में हो देश अरे तब लड़ना सिर्फ धर्म है, मरना है क्या चीज आदमी लेता नया जन्म है। एक जान है एक प्राण है सारा देश हमारा, नदियां जल कर थकी रुकी पर कभी न गंगा धारा। एक जान है एक प्राण है सारा देश हमारा, नदियां चल कर थकी रुकी पर कभी न गंगा धारा। ताकत वतन की हमसे है, हिम्मत वतन की हमसे है, इज्जत वतन की हमसे है, इंसान के हम रखवाले, ताकत वतन की हमसे है, हिम्मत वतन की हमसे है, इज्जत वतन की हमसे है।
What an inspiration. As we get it clearly, he is the living embodiment of the idea that limits only exist in our minds, and his life story is a source of inspiration for all of us, especially for our new students who are embarking on their own journeys of discovery and growth. To all of you present here, please join us in extending a very warm welcome to our chief guest as we invite him to share his experiences and insights with all of us.
Very good morning to all of you. To begin with, I would want to express my gratitude for inviting me, for considering me worthy of being invited. आप सबने अपने जीवन का थोड़ा सा समय निकाला मुझे सुनने के लिए। और ये बहुत बड़ी बात है। मैं अपने पक्ष में यह प्रयास करूंगा कि जिम्मेवारी के साथ, उत्तरदायित्व के साथ जितना अपना विचार आपके सामने रख सकता हूँ, ये मेरा प्रयास रहेगा। बोलना तकरीबन हर प्राणी को आता है, कोई न कोई आवाज़ तो हर जानवर भी निकाल ही लेता है, लेकिन ये बोलना और आपके समक्ष बैठा होना, it is great responsibility. Every word I speak, you are listening. It is going to affect you. Either it will make you happy or it will make you sad. It will make you positive or it will make you negative. By looking at me, either you will learn hate or you will learn love or you will learn respect. Either you will learn stupidity or you will learn intelligence. So I stand in front of you, I am speaking in front of you, I take it with great responsibility. मेरे नाम को मैं नहीं लेता. I never call out my name. Others call out my name. दूसरे मेरे नाम को लेते हैं. मेरे चेहरे को मैं नहीं देखता, आप देखते हैं. मैंने जो कपड़े पहने हैं उनको भी आप ही देख रहे हैं. मैं जिस गाड़ी में बैठूंगा उसको भी आप ही देखेंगे, मैं तो अंदर बैठा हूँगा. मेरे घर को भी आप ही देखेंगे. मेरी कहानी के चर्चे आप करेंगे. मेरे बारे में कोई राय अच्छी या बुरी आप ही रखेंगे. मेरा कुछ है ही नहीं, जो है वो आपका है. ये टी शर्ट आपको एक पर्टिकुलर कलर का दिखाई देगा. इसका एक कलर आपको दिखाई दे रहा है. वो कलर उस लाइट का कलर है जिस लाइट को ये टी शर्ट अपने अंदर नहीं रख रहा, बाहर फेंक रहा है. जिन कलर्स ऑफ लाइट को ये अपने अंदर रख रहा है उससे इसकी पहचान नहीं है. जिस लाइट को ये नहीं रखता, द लाइट दैट इट इज रिफ्लेक्टिंग अवे, दैट इज द आइडेंटिटी ऑफ दिस टी शर्ट आई एम वेयरिंग. आप बाहर क्या दे रहे हैं, वॉट आर यू गिविंग टू द वर्ल्ड इज योर आइडेंटिटी. What you are keeping with yourself is no use, it is of no concern to the world. So it is my responsibility to present and speak something which adds value to this world. I am not concerned what color this world will be at the end of it. Maybe it will end up to be a very beautiful, wonderful, joyful world, or maybe this world will destroy itself. I have no role in that, in deciding that outcome. I'm not God. I have no role in deciding that. What is my job? My job is to just ensure that वो 2 पैसे, 2 cents, वो 2 बूंद पानी की जो मैं इस सागर में फेंकने वाला हूँ वो किस चीज़ की होने वाली है? Is it going to be love? Is it going to be hate? What is it going to be? My bit contribution. I'm just concerned about that. At the end of it, I should have made my contribution according to my conviction, my belief. That is my concern. Irrespective of what the color of the universe will be at the end of it. So, your existence, your sitting here, your being in this world is great responsibility. You affect other people's lives by the way you sit, by the way you talk, by the way you present yourself. You affect the lives of other people. Take it with that responsibility. There are phases in your life. Childhood, बचपन, चला गया. तुम में से कोई बच्चा नहीं है. तुम सब बड़े हो. अपने आप को बच्चे बोलना बंद कर दो. Take responsibility. If you continue with your childhood, then it will encroach into your youth. और जो youth में करने वाला काम है वो रह जाएगा क्योंकि तुम बचपने को ज़्यादा देर तक खींचते रहे. When your youth is gone, you enter your middle age, you have a different role, a different set of responsibility. Don't try to continue to look young. Leave that phase, it's gone. Otherwise it will encroach into your middle life. When you grow old, then leave your youth and midlife behind. Now you are old, you have a different role. Now you are supposed to play that role. So you have to play that transition. So understand wherever you are in a position of responsibility. Motivation is something, these days what people call as motivation is basically a pep talk which you give to a sports team before it enters the sports field. जब वो स्पोर्ट्स के ग्राउंड में जाती है उससे पहले yes you can do it, come on guys, you have to do it for the college, this that 15 minutes, half an hour effect. Then in the interval another pep talk is required. That is a pep talk, that is not motivation. The meaning of motivation is the purpose behind doing something. What is your purpose? आपका उद्देश्य क्या है? आपकी मंशा क्या है उस चीज़ के करने के पीछे? आप यहाँ किस लिए आए हैं? यह औपचारिकता है या आपका इंटरेस्ट था? किस लिए? सो आपकी मंशा डिसाइड करेगी कि आप यहाँ से खुश होके जाएंगे या दुखी होके जाएंगे. आप किस मंशा से आए थे? शायद जो आप सुनने आए थे वो मैं हूँ नहीं, तो आपको अच्छा नहीं लगेगा. अगर आपको सिर्फ एक विचार सुनने थे, चाहे वो अलग हो, चाहे आपसे सहमत हो, तो अच्छी बात है. इट विल ऐड वैल्यू टू योर लाइफ. So that intention decides what's the purpose. So purpose is something which I am not going to provide you. Purpose is something you are going to find. But just tell me, given a choice, would you want to be the monitor of your class? Or would you want to be the head boy of your school? Or would you want to be the principal of your school? Or would you want to be the education minister of India? Or would you want to be the Prime Minister of India? Or would you want to be the influencer of the world? Given a choice, which one would you want at the end of it? Anybody would say, I would want to be able to do something worthwhile that influences the world. I would want to be that. So, how is it possible that you identify yourself with sub-identities? छोटी आइडेंटिटीज़ के साथ आप अपने आप को एसोसिएट कर लें और फिर आप ये सोचें कि ये वर्ल्ड आपको सुनेगी. This world will listen to you only if you identify yourself as a human being. If you put yourself into sub-identities, then only your sub-identity will listen to you, in which people will be fighting with each other to become the boss. So we always never close your doors. अपने दरवाजे कभी बंद मत करो किसी भी चीज़ के लिए. I was approached by different political parties to join them. I was approached to, offered whatever the ticket or whatever they call it. I said, if I join your party and I win the election, 25% people will be with me, but 75% will be against me. I cannot do that. I have to talk to the entire 100%. I cannot talk to 25%. So I cannot do that. I cannot affiliate with that. My affiliation is only with the right. Whatever is right, I will support it irrespective of who is doing it. If it is wrong, it does not matter if that person is related to me in any way or not, I will not support it. Period. You make your choice. I don't say my choice is right. If you want to be biased towards someone, be my guest. I have no problems with that. We always have to respect the other person's choices. You want to come, be my friend, come, I will give you a hug. You want to be my enemy, most welcome, what is the problem? If you endanger or threaten or attack me, my safety, or those who depend on me for their safety, then I know how to fight. I know how to love, I know how to protect. A soldier is not a person who fights for his ego. A soldier is not the person who fights for money. A soldier is not the person who fights for God. God, I am sure, is enough capable to fight for himself. A soldier is not even a person who fights for his country. A soldier is a person who fights for those who cannot protect themselves. That person is a soldier. And firing a bullet is the easiest thing in the world. Even a child can fire a bullet. It is to face that bullet to protect the people who are standing behind you. That is tough. That needs courage. We have options and choices in front of you, in front of us, and we pick those choices. Today the youth talks about किस चीज़ की बात करते हैं? Freedom. We want freedom. We want freedom. आज़ादी चाहिए हमें. अगर जिस चीज़ को तुम आज़ादी कह रहे हो ये आज़ादी होती है तो गांधी और भगत सिंह ने कौन सी आज़ादी एंजॉय करी थी? Life is not about freedom, life is about commitment. जिस चीज को तुम आजादी कहते हो वो आवारागर्दी है. Even आजादी is equal rights. Everybody has equal rights. That is आजादी. That is what Gandhi said. That Britishers can stay in India provided everyone has equal rights. Everybody is staying here. Everybody is welcome here, but equal rights. That's it. That is आजादी. So you have a choice, an equal right to make that choice. But you have to commit yourself to some choice. Commitment. Life is about commitment. I have made my commitment. I have made my choice. In this life, I am not going to leave that choice. I am standing on this side. I am standing with this thing, with this belief. Respect is the only religion in this world. If you do not respect anyone, then you possibly cannot be respecting anyone else. If to talk nicely with you, if to treat you nicely, I have to be in love with you, you have to be my wife, then only I will respect you, then I'm a very bad man. Sometimes people ask me my identity, which caste or which region or area or country or religion I might belong to. I say if to treat me, अगर मेरे साथ कैसा सलूक करना है, कैसा व्यवहार करना है, ये जानने के लिए आपको मेरी सब आइडेंटिटी जाननी ज़रूरी है, तो फिर आप मेरी सब आइडेंटिटी को वो वाली अज्यूम कर लीजिए जिससे आप सबसे ज़्यादा नफरत करते हैं और फिर मुझे ट्रीट कीजिए. मेरे को आपसे ट्रीट करने के लिए आपके साथ आई लव यू होना ज़रूरी नहीं है. मैं आपको बहुत अच्छे से ट्रीट करूँगा. So you have to make your choices in your life. Dharma is not religion. Pita dharma. If you are standing by the responsibility of as a father, तो आप पिता धर्म का पालन कर रहे हैं. If you are following the responsibility of a child, आप पुत्र धर्म का फॉलो कर रहे हैं. अगर आप as a human being, you are fulfilling your responsibility, then that is manav dharma, manushya dharma. So are you fulfilling your responsibility as the person you are, the role you are in? That is the important thing, whether you are doing it or not. Love is the most misused word in this world. Has any one of you looked up the meaning of the word love in dictionary? People have never looked up the meaning of the word God in dictionary. They say, according to me, God is this. We are not bothered according to you who he is. Look in the dictionary. What is the meaning? It was a word made by somebody for a purpose. So look at its definition first. What is the meaning of the word love? A sense of intense desire. So when I say I love you, I am basically saying I want you. I am not saying I am bothered about you. I am not saying I care about you. For that there are different words, bother and care. I love you means I want you. मैं चाहता हूँ तुम्हें. मैं बर्फी खाना चाहता हूँ. बर्फी की चिंता नहीं है मुझे. Love is not a very good emotion. Sincerity, care, ethics. Love करने वाला आदमी तो लात मारेगा तुम्हें कल. और फिर तुम्हें हैरानी होगी कि क्यों ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है. एथिक्स वाला इंसान वो अपने दुश्मन को भी रिस्पेक्ट के साथ ट्रीट करता है. It is more important to have ethics in your life than to have love, and to trust a person who has some ethics. That is important. So you are starting your life as students, as youth. You are responsible for your lives. If you succeed, everybody will take your credit. Even I will take the credit that I had talked to them one day. But if you fail, nobody is going to take the blame. Even your parents will not take the blame. They will say, नालायक था, सुनता नहीं था. So your life, your responsibility. Take responsibility of that life. Take responsibility of your duties. And I don't know whether it is appropriate to bring it up or not. And I never claim that I am correct, because I am always open to learning. But there are three political ideologies in this world. They are political ideologies, mind it. They are not religious ideologies, they are political ideologies in the garb of religion. One ideology is that we all can live together. One ideology is that we all can live together in peace, respect and harmony. One ideology is that we cannot live together. And the third ideology is that the welfare of a country comes first, people can go to hell. They will be used as resources. These are three political ideologies. I am not naming them, but you can very well make out which three ideologies I am talking about. So which ideology would you want to support, to be on the side of? That we all can live together in peace, harmony, respect with each other, love and care for each other, or that we cannot? It's very clear, I suppose. So make that choice, and unless I respect your choice, unless I respect you, I cannot get across to you. I cannot get across to you by insulting you. There is no way. By power, with power and strength, you can defeat someone, but you can win him only with love. अगर मैं आपको दो मारता हूँ, अभी आप कमजोर हो, दब जाओगे, सुन लोगे मेरी बात, but अंदर से खुंदक खा के रखोगे. I can never win you with power. I can only defeat you, but I can win you with love. I say a person who has not learned how to win with love has not learned anything in his life. प्यार सबसे बड़ी चीज़ है जिससे आप पूरी दुनिया को जीत सकते हो. And for that you have to respect the right of that person, even if he is standing on the other side. I have friends all across the globe, everywhere in this world. They respect me and I respect them. I had a friend of mine who was in Pakistani army. He used to respect me a lot. I was his senior. He said that, sir, what if our countries end up fighting each other? I said, where is the doubt? You fight for your country, I will fight for mine. Where is the doubt? We respect each other, we love each other, we respect. If there is a common good thing that we want to do, we will do it. Obviously. So you can get across to a person only if you hold that respect for each other. So learn to respect each other. Sometimes we say, यार मुझे उसका चेहरा ही अच्छा नहीं लगता, तो तुम्हें शादी करनी है उससे, तुम्हें काम करना है उसके साथ, करो यार, रिस्पेक्ट. शायद उसे तुम्हारा नहीं लगता होगा. What is the problem? Each one of you should be trying to win the heart and mind of everyone else, and that comes with compassion. If suppose you are throwing a paper on the road, you are throwing some litter on the road, and I say, don't throw it. You will say, तू कौन हो गया बताने वाला, और फेंकूंगा, ले कर क्या करेगा? Instead, you go and pick it up and put it in the bin. Then he will think. So by directly insulting and questioning somebody, you can never change that person. You can never get across to that person. You can never win that heart of that person. So other thing which I will say is, there can be so much to say. I am very easily available because I don't watch politics, I don't watch cricket, I don't watch movies, I don't play any computer games and all. I have lots of time with me. Sometimes people wonder if my life is interesting. If I'm not doing all these things, how come my life is interesting? In my life, I am the hero, I am the lead character, the main lead of the movie. I decide, I do, I achieve, I face. I'm an active participant of it. It is much more entertaining than any other fake entertainment can be. My life is very interesting. I am my best company. On any, yes, I go places, sometimes I am called at some place. But if I am given a choice on any day, who would you want to spend your evening with? My answer is always me. My first choice is me. I want to spend my evening with myself. You should be your best company. So my life is very interesting. The other thing is that the most important thing is to build your own personality. Because people ask me, how were you able to face that? How were you able to face that situation? It is what clicked in your mind, what motivated you at that time. It doesn't work this way. You face situations based on what kind of a person you are. For that you have to build a personality. For you have to believe in something. For that you have to repeat those things. Whenever I talk, जब भी मैं बात करता हूँ, तो उसमें positivity होती है. People say easier said than done. Anybody who uses the phrase easier said than done is not going to do it, because he has provided himself with an excuse for not doing it. Anyone who says what you are saying is right but very difficult, it means he will not do it. Since when has difficulty become a criteria for deciding? Was it easy for your mother to give birth to you? Was it easy for her? Did she have an assurance that you will turn out a good child? You are lazy person. Okay, you say I am lazy. I am not able to motivate myself. I am not able to do something. How to motivate myself? So I say, if someone is attacking your father in front of you or your mother in front of you, will you think twice that this person is strong? That he is a world champion boxer? You will not think, you will go and attack. You will not think how difficult it is going to be. So degree of difficulty is never going to be a criteria, should never be a criteria for deciding whether to do it or not. मुश्किल है तो क्या, अगर होना है तो होगा,
करना है तो किया जाएगा, दैट्स इट। पैशन कोई ऐसी चीज़ नहीं है, आई एम स्टिल लुकिंग फॉर माई पैशन। वो पैशन क्या तुम्हें दिल्ली हाट में मिलेगा? पैशन ये दरवाज़ा खोल के आएगा, ले मैं आ गया। पैशन इज समथिंग यू बिल्ट। अगर एक पेपर पे तुमने 3-4 ड्राइंग करी है, लाइन खींची है, ड्राइंग कर रहे थे, फिर लगा यार ठीक नहीं आया, यू टीयर इट एंड यू थ्रो इट अवे। उसी पेज पे आपने शाम तक ड्राइंग करी है, उसमें अपने इमोशंस, इमेजिनेशन, टाइम, एफर्ट्स लगाए हैं, देन दैट पेंटिंग विल बिकम योर पैशन। पैशन डेवलप करना पड़ता है, उसमें इन्वेस्ट करना पड़ता है, योर टाइम, योर एफर्ट्स, योर एनर्जी, देन इट बिकम्स योर पैशन। So whatever you speak, speak with responsibility. Whether it is a positive statement to make or whether it is a negative statement to make. Sometimes I hear girls saying, using a phrase, as a girl, you know, as a girl, you know, as a woman, you know, as a girl. What are you trying to tell yourself? Because you are a girl, you will not be able to do some things? Because you are a girl, you will not be able to face some things? Why are you putting that thing into your mind again and again by saying that? So what if you are a girl? The person who's fighting you, who's attacking you, might be 10 times stronger than you. But why is he attacking you? For gaining some strength, some pleasure. He does not want to be harmed. He wants you to surrender meekly. But if you hit back, he will not be able to face you. आपका एक थप्पड़ उसके 10 से ज़्यादा स्ट्रांग होएगा, क्योंकि वो तो एक भी नहीं खाना चाहता था, आप में 10 खाने की बर्दाश्त करने की ताकत थी। So when you stand for the right, you stand for the right. Speak everything, like people say, struggle. My life has been a struggle. Struggle is a very negative word. Please refer to the dictionary whenever you use words. Struggle means against heavier odds. Means the odds are heavier. Odds can never be heavier than me. I am the boss of my life. I am the commander of my life. I fight, I don't struggle against odds. My politeness is for friends, for people. It is not for the obstacles of my life. I hold no politeness there. So speak, say, read, think positive things. Meet positive people. दुखी आत्माओं के पास जाके मत बैठो, ना वो खुद कुछ करेंगे ना तुम्हें कुछ करने देंगी. Make yourself like a tree. This world is not a bad place. The world is a wonderful place. In fact, I am yet to meet a bad person in my life. I have not met even one bad person in my life till now. It's a wonderful place. सच कभी खराब नहीं होता, सच कभी गंदा या अच्छा नहीं होता, सच सिर्फ सच होता है. हिरन को शेर खाता है, ये सच है, ये अच्छा या बुरा नहीं है. हिरन को तेज दौड़ना सीखना पड़ेगा. कई लोग बोलते हैं मैं क्यों करूं, Why should I do? क्या ये हिरन कह सकता है मैं तेज क्यों दौड़ूं? मत दौड़ो, शेर खा लेगा, बात खत्म. Life has no excuses. The rules of life always apply. कई लोग बोलते हैं मैं बहुत सीधा हूं, मुझे दुनिया ना लोगों की पहचान नहीं है, और वो ऐसे बोलते हैं जैसे कोई अच्छी बात है. अगर तुम लोगों की पहचान नहीं है तो मार खाओगे पूरी जिंदगी. तुमने सबसे पहली चीज ही नहीं सीखी कि लोगों को पहचानना कैसे है. सबसे पहली चीज, साइंस पढ़ रहे हो, नॉलेज गेन कर रहे हो. सो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इन योर लाइफ टू लर्न हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई पीपल, हाउ टू डील विद पीपल, बेसिक लाइफ स्किल्स, हाउ टू डू दैट. समबडी टोल्ड मी अगेन, मे बी क्योंकि ये आइडियाज चलते रहते हैं. आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू bring something new to the table. Later on, if you have any questions, anybody can contact me anytime. But the question should be, a worthwhile conversation. Not what are you having for food, where are you, how are you. I don't like these questions. So, I can conclude with this particular statement. there was a conference in which it was being discussed that across the world, the societies or the countries which are doing best are the ones where the right to choice of a woman is respected. The right to choice of a woman is respected. The countries which are doing best are those where that is respected the most. And the countries where they is respected the least are doing the worst. It is a very correct scientific observation. But the conclusion was wrong. Conclusion was that women are an equal resource, manpower in that country. No, that is not the reason they are doing best. It is because men who are not sensitive towards women are not sensitive towards each other also. जहां औरतों को जलील किया जाता है वह आदमी भी एक दूसरे का गला काटते हैं, क्योंकि सेंसिटिविटी कभी सिलेक्टिव नहीं होती. सेंसिटिविटी कबीर सोई पीर है जो जाने पर पीर, जो पर पीर न जाने सो काफिर बेपीर. अगर आप किसी इंसान को पहचानना चाहते हो कि वो कितना सच्चा इंसान है तो उसके इमोशंस उसके दुश्मन के बारे में सुनो. अगर वो अपने दुश्मन के बारे में रिस्पेक्ट से बात कर रहा है इसका मतलब वो तुम्हें हमेशा रिस्पेक्ट से ट्रीट करेगा. अगर वो ये सोच रहा है ना कि उनको तो जला देंगे, उनको तो मार देंगे, उनको ये करें, वो एक दिन यही चीज़ तुम्हारे लिए बोलेगा. जस्ट वेट करो, बस सब्र रखो. तो सेंसिटिविटी सिलेक्टिव नहीं होती कभी भी. ये नहीं होती कि मेरी सेंसिटिविटी तुम्हारे साथ है और तुम्हारे साथ नहीं है. वो या तो सबके साथ होती है या नहीं होती. अभी तुमसे फ़ायदा है तो तुम्हें प्यार दिखा रहा हूँ, जब ख़त्म हो जाएगा तो फिर दूसरा रूप दिखाऊंगा तुम्हें. अच्छा इंसान हमेशा अच्छा होता है. कोई कहता है ना मैं भगवान के डर से, खुदा के डर से अच्छा हूँ, तो मैं बोलता हूँ कि फिर तुम बहुत ख़राब इंसान हो, क्योंकि तुम सिर्फ उसकी डर की वजह से अच्छे बने हुए हो. अंदर तुम्हारे क्या चल रहा है सब पता है, मौका मिलते ही निकलेगा. मेरे को अच्छा इंसान होने के लिए खुदा की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती. मुझे अच्छा काम करने के लिए देशभक्ति की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती. और मुझे तुम्हें अच्छे से ट्रीट करने के लिए तुमसे आई लव यू होना ज़रूरी नहीं है. दैट इज़ माई सेट ऑफ बिलीव्स. सो प्रॉबेबली आई विल कंक्लूड विद दैट. अगर इसमें से आपको कुछ लगे कि कुछ है मतलब का सीखने लायक या क्वेश्चन करने लायक, आई एम ऑलवेज अवेलेबल. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you so much, sir. My script, my words, my text might not be able to do justice to reflect upon what I just heard. It was a sheer privilege to have you here, sir. And this reliance on inner grammar, the reliance on inner values, the emphasis on what is essentially inside us when we want to fight out our obstacles is exactly what he said. That essential emphasis on mind over matter is my learning from here. I'm sure that you had your own learning as well. Thank you so much, sir. Taking this even further, I would like to invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, ma'am, for her address for our students.
I would like to speak from here since the view is more clearer. When I move there, I think view is very skewed. Good morning to all of you. Good morning. Our very, very honorable and esteemed guest for today, Shri Naveen Gulia ji, whom I have known for last 25 years now. Professor Santosh Singh, who is the Dean Student Services and the Dean of School of Liberal Studies. He is also very liberal in his approach while he is going to be handling student services. So I assure you that he is going to be one of the most kind-hearted person for you when you are going to approach him. Professor Satyaketu Sankrit, who has got struck up in the traffic. He is the proctor and also the Dean of the School of Letters. Dr. Nitin Malik, who is the Registrar of the University. I can see the deans, the directors, faculty members, students, and also the parents who are sitting here in the audience. Lovely seeing the parents in the audience, actually. You're all welcome to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University today. In short, we are known as AUD, Ambedkar University, Delhi. So AUD is our nickname, and we're known by AUD. Congratulations to all the students who are here, who could seek admission at our university. Congratulations to the parents who have put in all their efforts throughout their life on their children, on their kids. You owe so much to them, a sense of gratitude to them. We as an institution also owe a sense of gratitude to all those parents who worked on their children, who have been able to reach to a university which has its own big name in the country, and also a university with a unique flavor. The unique flavor is that we are a university with a focus on social sciences, humanities, and liberal arts. Before I joined as Vice Chancellor here in this university, I was Pro-Vice Chancellor in Delhi Technological University. And I have always loved the institutions I worked for. If somebody asks me which was the best institution, I'll not be able to say which was the best. I find all of them were so good, all of them were best. I refer to DTU, which is essentially a technology and science institution. One good thing about that institution, I would like to carry forward the message for everyone in the society and for our students as well. Students there will keep smiling all the time. Smiling चेहरे रहते हैं उनके और हमेशा ही smiling होते हैं. When I say smiling, that means I also expect all my students here in AUD to smile all the time. You've not come to a stage where you need to take the burden of your life. Indian societies ensure that you have your parents to support you. You have a country which has systems and resources which bring you here at a paltry sum of a fee which you pay. Look at the higher education outside India, which is so expensive. So as in your nation provides you so many resources, we need to smile all the time and be thankful to our nation first. You just left your school, and I'm sure leaving school was not easy. The last day in the school must have been very painful because you're leaving the long associations, long association with your friends, long association with your teachers, and a lot of things to remember. I remember my school days when it was a painful day to leave the school and join college. So while you are here, there are a few things. The life is bound to change now. You were very, very protected at the school. While you are here with us in university, and you have suddenly skipped from college, you have come to a university. Santosh said that you are in a university because we have undergraduate programs here. So you skip the experience of a college, which again I believe is a very limited exposure. And while you are here on a university campus doing your UG program, you're all very lucky to be here. So you need to be applauded to get admission in AUD, which is a university system. Let's give all of you a big applause. Today is the day where, as Vice Chancellor, my responsibility lies in giving some directions. कुछ अच्छी बातें करने का दिन है. So the success mantra for your success in life, which begins from number 1. Be honest to your own self. be honest to people around you. Be honest to your own institution. Be honest to your own society. And be honest to your own nation. That is the beginning of all kind of commitment you make to yourself. Hard work is important. Smart work is equally important. When we say smart work means that we need to strategize on our lesson plans. We need to strategize on maybe technology input into your learning. Technology has become a very important part of our life and curriculum as well. So that's also important. And while you do all that, you will also find at AUD that we have a pedagogy which is very different from which is not followed in most of other institutions. You are going to get great exposure on the field work. You're going to get great exposure, hands-on training in terms of internship which we are going to be offering to all of you. You are a batch which has entered into 4-year integrated BA program. So the curriculum has also been revised completely. And it has the input on skill courses. It has input on specialized electives. It has inputs on the courses which are going to get you jobs. We focused on the placements of our students. Since 2019, we've established an independent wing which is headed by Assistant Registrar who looks after the training and placement. It's not only the placements and job opportunities we create, we also train students to be ready for the expectation of the employer. So this training happens and it is an ongoing basis. We do all that here. Then also important for all of you to, as Naveen ji said, that to be a good human being is the first and the last thing and the last lesson we all must learn. Between Adolf Hitler and Abraham Lincoln, when you compare the two, you will find lots and lots of similarities between both of them. Hitler loved his country. So did Abraham Lincoln. Hitler was a great planner. So was Abraham Lincoln. Hitler was a great communicator. He would communicate like people would go mad. Women would touch him and faint. He created that kind of aura in the public. And while Abraham Lincoln learned to communicate, he became a speaker par excellence. What was the difference between the two of them? The difference between the two of them was Hitler had no compassion, no kindness. And Abraham Lincoln was full of compassion and full of kindness. So, compassion is what we expect all our students to have compassion towards each other. Be kind to people who are underprivileged. Be kind to people, help each other. That's very, very important for all of you. Being critical, criticizing systems, processes in a healthy manner is always acceptable. Remember, statues of critics are never made because they do not contribute finally to the community's welfare. किसी भी क्रिटिक का, किसी भी जो लोग बहुत क्रिटिकल होते हैं समाज में, उनके कभी भी स्टैचूज नहीं बनाए जाते हैं, कहीं भी नहीं बनाए जाते हैं. उन्हीं के बनाए जाते हैं जो बहुत समाज में अच्छा कार्य करते हैं. So do remember that. And also remember that your helping nature, your compassion will fetch you dividends. Maybe if one system doesn't give it to you, there would be many other systems which are going to compensate. That's the law of nature. It does it. I like to share a small story about a man. Stanford University got established in 1891. And in 1892, there was a student who was very poor, came from an underprivileged section of the society. He took admission in Stanford under the quota seat in mining engineering. But he had to pay some little fee which was not waived off. So he spoke to his friends who were also from the poor background. So they all decided to organize a concert, a musical concert. And musical concerts in those days were a way of life in that society. And Paderewski, if you know, he was a Polish piano artist, and he charged about $4,000 for one concert. And these students thought they will be able to sell the tickets and run the show. However, they could not sell all the tickets and could not pay the total money to Paderewski. And when they went to meet him, they said, "Sir, we are so sorry, we've not been able to collect the amount you desired. So, but we give you an undertaking that whenever we will be able to raise some money, we'll return your money back." Paderewski decided to return all the money back to the students, saying that you're doing good job, great job, I don't need any payment. This man, Paderewski, became the president of Poland. And in World War, if you remember, Polish people suffered. There was starvation in their society. There was no war relief coming from anywhere. So Paderewski decided to go and meet the head of the US War Relief Department, which was headed by a director then. And he went and met him. When he went and met him, he found that it was the same student whom he had helped had become the officer and head of that department, who gave the relief to Polish people so liberally that the newspapers and the media carried the news of a shocking news, in fact, because it was not on the government agenda to give that much relief to the Polish government. And the name of that poor boy who became the 31st president of the United States was Herbert Hoover. And he was known for compassion and kindness, and who was known for his very liberal approach to society and to people. So the lesson to learn is that we must be very kind and compassionate to people around us. Become institution in yourself. There are lessons to learn from every ideology. Every ideology is good, was meant to be good for the welfare of the people. But you must learn the truth, explore the truth by yourself. Don't go by the hearsay. Get into habit of reading more. Get into habit of informing yourself more. Get into habit of learning more. So at least one book a month you should read beyond your standard curriculum. That's very essential. Also get into habit of writing so that you can develop the writing skills. These are very important. Naveenji was saying in the morning when he came to my office, he said, मैं अपने बच्चों को कहता हूँ कि हिंदी आपकी मातृभाषा है, वो माँ है जिसने आपको जन्म दिया. इंग्लिश आपकी यशोदा मैया है जिसने आपको पालन पोषण करना है और आपको जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ देनी है. So learning language skills is very important, and the language of communication is all the more important. You shall connect with people when you are polite, while you write to somebody, you are respectable, and you want to say and give your message in the most positive manner. Naveen ji said that negative people can only spread negativity. They do not respect each other. They cannot respect anyone. So let's learn to be very, very positive and also learn the language of communication. That will make all the difference in your life. A few words on Naveen ji's life. इनको कर्म योगी नवीन गुलिया कहा जाता है, ये टाइटल इन्हें दिया गया है। 2 बच्चियां इनके साथ आज आई हैं, शिवानी और शालिनी। आप दोनों खड़े हो जाएं। ये दोनों बच्चियां नवीन जी के साथ रहती हैं उनके आश्रम में, जिसे नारी आश्रम कहते हैं, और इन्होंने वहीं रह कर के अपनी स्टडीज़ की हैं। दे हैव लर्न सो मच फ्रॉम हिम, and look at the girls, they look like boys, and they said that we want to live life like boys with full freedom. नवीन जी के साथ डेली बेसिस पे मैं टच में रहती हूँ, क्योंकि ये कोई ना कोई पोस्ट भेजते रहते हैं। एक बहुत ही सुंदर पोस्ट इन्होंने 2-3 दिन पहले भेजी थी। आई वुड लाइक टू शेयर विद ऑल ऑफ यू। गरीब की रोटी सबसे बड़ा ज्ञान है। Poor man's bread is the greatest knowledge. It does not matter how grandly we talk, unless we can feed a needy child, facilitate his belief in the good, and provide him opportunities for a better future. Let's give him a big hand for supporting the needy people and giving them the assurance कि समाज बहुत अच्छा है और भारतीय समाज बहुत अच्छा है, ये एश्योरेंस देने के लिए। टेक्नोलॉजी इज गोइंग टू बिकम वे ऑफ लाइफ। फ्यूचर ऑफ सोसाइटी इज लाइन इन टेक्नोलॉजी, सो ऑल ऑफ यू मस्ट लर्न टेक्नोलॉजी। वी एट AUD आर ऑल्सो वर्किंग ऑन इंट्रोड्यूसिंग AI, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, डीप लर्निंग, मशीन लर्निंग into the curriculum. The workshop on this has already been planned, and we would like that our graduating students should essentially have hands-on training on AI, so that this is the skill they need in future. These are the futuristic skills we shall be providing to all of you. आने वाला समय social science की importance को बहुत बनाएगा. It is going to give lot of impetus to relevance of human beings while they are interfacing with the machine and the devices. So, technology shall become an art, and social sciences shall become science in true sense. So, the future of higher education lies that where social studies need to be social sciences and technology need to be more towards art. Art means interfacing with people and understanding how important technology is to them. मैं हमेशा फ्रेश बच्चों से, खासकर जो आप लोग नए आए हैं कैंपस में, एक बात बार बार रिट्रेट करना चाहती हूँ। ईश्वर भक्ति से ऊपर देशभक्ति है। भगवान श्री राम के बहुत सारे भक्त थे और विभीषण भी उनका भक्त था। विभीषण से बड़ा भक्त कौन हो सकता है? पर कभी कोई भी माँ अपने बच्चे का नाम विभीषण नहीं रखती है, क्योंकि वो देशद्रोही था। हम सबको we need to love our nation, we need to be committed to our nation, come what may. And this is a message I would like to give to all our students. Love your nation. Give commitment to them. Don't criticize. Don't be unfortunately born in India. Be the fortunate people who are born here. Don't keep criticizing your nation all the time. See what can you do for your own nation. That's very, very important. दो एक श्लोक और एक पोएम आपको ज़रूर सुनाना चाहूँगी। श्लोक है विद्या ददाति विनयम, सबको पता है। विद्या दाति पात्रताम, पात्रद्वाद मनोपनोति धन धना तथा सुखम। विद्या वही है जो विनम्रता से आती है। अगर आपने एजुकेशन ली है तो आप में ह्यूमिलिटी सबसे पहले आनी चाहिए। अगर आप में ह्यूमिलिटी नहीं आई है तो कहीं हम फेल हुए हैं या आप फेल हुए हैं, जहां हम आपको हम्बल नहीं बना पाए। और इस ह्यूमिलिटी के साथ ही, विनम्रता के साथ ही योग्यता आती है। आप कॉम्पिटेंट, आप एबल, आप एक कंप्लीट ह्यूमन बीइंग तब बनते हैं जब आप विनम्रता के साथ योग्यता को प्राप्त करते हैं। और जब आप योग्य हो जाते हैं तो आपके लिए द स्काई इज़ द लिमिट फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू। फिर आपको धन भी मिलेगा, सुख भी मिलेगा, और आप अपने आप में भी वो जो हैप्पीनेस कहते हैं ना, हैप्पीनेस कोशेंट भी मिलेगा। तो आप लोग योग्य बने, आपको बहुत सारी ब्लेसिंग है। यू आर ऑल वेलकम टू AUD वंस अगेन। एक छोटा सा चिड़िया का गीत है, कपिल निरंजन देव की कविता है, शायद आप लोगों ने बहुतों ने सुनी भी होगी, स्कूल में पढ़ी भी होगी। सबसे पहले मेरे घर का अंडे जैसा था आकार, तब मैं यही समझती थी बस इतना सा ही है संसार। फिर मेरा घर बना घोंसला सूखे पत्तों सा तैयार, तब मैं यही समझती थी बस इतना सा ही है संसार। फिर मैं निकल पड़ी शाखाओं पर, हरी भरी थी जो सुकुमार, तब मैं यही समझती थी बस इतना सा ही है संसार। आखिर जब मैं आसमान पे उड़ी दूर तक पंख पसार, तभी समझ में मेरी आया बहुत बड़ा है ये संसार, बहुत बड़ा है ये संसार। वेलकम ऑल ऑफ यू, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind engagement with the audience here. This vision, these blessings, this sense of direction, and most importantly, the stress on Vidya and Vinamrata is something that I think we are all holding on to very, very closely. Thank you again, ma'am. May I please invite now our Registrar, Sir, Dr. Nitin Malik, for his address to the new additions of our university.
आज के कार्यक्रम के मुख्य अतिथि नवीन गुलिया साहब, a legendary, a visionary, a motivational, who has really motivated all of us from his words. डायस पे हमारी विश्वविद्यालय की मार्गदर्शिका, हमारी विश्वविद्यालय परिवार की मुखिया प्रोफेसर अनु सिंह लाथर कुलपति, जिन्होंने अभी अभी एक पूरी जो इसका समंजस है, जो आज का ओरिएंटेशन डे है, जो आज आप लोग सब यहाँ पे उपस्थित हैं, हमारे विश्वविद्यालय परिवार के नए सदस्यगण और साथ ही साथ उनके अभिभावक, उनको एक छोटी सी पोइम में पूरा का पूरा उन्होंने समझा दिया कि किस तरीके से जब मैं एक जहाँ पे था तो एक छोटे सी जगह से मैं शुरू हुआ और अब मेरा दायरा किस तरीके से बढ़ रहा है। साथ ही साथ मंच पे उपस्थित डीन स्टूडेंट सर्विसेज संतोष जी, जिन्होंने आज ये भी बताया कि 25 साल उनको हो गए इस शिक्षा के अंदर में, इस तरीके से यहाँ पे एक शिक्षक के रूप में, और अलग अलग स्थानों में अपना कार्य करते हुए भी उन्होंने विश्वविद्यालय के अंदर में, अंबेडकर विश्वविद्यालय में जो आज आप सबको एकत्रित किया है अपनी एडमिशन टीम के साथ, तो सर्वप्रथम आप सभी का स्वागत करते हुए जितने भी यहाँ पे हमारे नए परिवार के सदस्य हैं, जो अब आप हमसे जुड़ गए हैं, हमारे नए स्टूडेंट्स, उनके साथ साथ मैं धन्यवाद भी देना चाहूँगा डीन स्टूडेंट सर्विसेज का और उनकी पूरी एडमिशन टीम को, कि इन्होंने इतने कम समय में आज जो ये संख्या उपस्थित है यहाँ पे, नीचे का भी पूरा ऑडिटोरियम भरा पड़ा है, ऊपर का भी हमारा पूरा ऑडिटोरियम भरा पड़ा है, और कुछ लोग अभी भी बाहर हैं। मुझे बार बार मैसेज आ रहा है कि बाहर भी कुछ हमारे स्टूडेंट्स और वो पेरेंट्स बाहर रह गए क्योंकि अंदर में जगह सीमित है। लेकिन इतने कम समय में जब आपका CUT का रिजल्ट डिक्लेयर किया NTA ने, और उसके बाद विद इन द पीरियड ऑफ 20-25 डेज the admissions are at a stage where we are already on the verge of completion of all the seats. ये मेरे ख्याल से इतनी जल्दी एडमिशन, इतनी अच्छी तरीके से जो एडमिशन्स हुई हैं, आप लोगों ने भी अनुभव किया होगा स्टूडेंट्स ने कि एक लिस्ट आई, अभी मेरे को पेरेंट्स के कई फ़ोन आते थे, अभी हमारे बच्चे का नहीं आया, 3 दिन बाद दूसरी लिस्ट आ रही थी, 6ठी लिस्ट कल निकल गई है, 6th लिस्ट निकल गई है और हम लोग तैयारी में हैं 7th लिस्ट के लिए। जितनी सीट्स हैं, क्योंकि लक्ष्य हमारा ये है, हमें जो निर्देश मिला है हमारी माननीय कुलपति महोदय से, एक भी सीट इस विश्वविद्यालय की खाली नहीं रहनी चाहिए। अगर आपको अधिक भी संख्या में स्टूडेंट्स को भरना है तो उसको भर लीजिए, क्योंकि हमारा जो निर्देश है, हमारा जो कर्तव्य है डॉक्टर BR अम्बेडकर विश्वविद्यालय का, वो शिक्षा को देना है और उसके लिए जो भी स्टूडेंट्स हमारे पास आएंगे हम उनको मेरिट के हिसाब से जहाँ तक सीमित हो सकेगा उसको उनको एडमिशन्स देंगे। तो आप सबका पुनः बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। मैं नवीन गुलिया जी की और माननीय कुलपति महोदय जी की जो आशीर्वचन सुन रहा था तो मेरे से रहा नहीं गया, क्योंकि उन्होंने, गुलिया साहब ने भी ये बोला, वो तो अपने आप में ही एक एग्जाम्पल है, इज़ अ लेजेंडरी एग्जाम्पल इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, ऑल ऑफ यू। आप लोगों ने भी किया था ना, जब 12th तक पढ़ रहे थे तो आप लोगों को चलते चलते पता चला ऑल ऑफ अ सडन 10th क्लास में कि अरे अब तो CUT हो जाएगा, हमारे 12th के मार्क्स का कोई फ़ायदा ही नहीं रहेगा, क्योंकि पहले तो आप 12वीं के प्रति पढ़ रहे थे, 12वीं के मार्क्स लाने के लिए, फिर एकदम से CUT में आए, उसके बाद फिर आप लोगों ने उसको CUT को अच्छी तरीके से किया और आप CUT में मार्क्स ला के मेरिट पोजीशन के द्वारा आपने अपनी एडमिशन्स यहाँ पे ली, चाहे आपने इंग्लिश ऑनर्स में ली हो, चाहे आपने साइकोलॉजी ऑनर्स में ली हो, या हिंदी ऑनर्स में ली हो, या आपने किसी भी विषय में लिया हो, लेकिन आप सब एक सपने के साथ इस विश्वविद्यालय के अंदर में आप लोगों ने प्रवेश लिया है और ये जो सपना है इसको इसी तरीके से बनाए रखना। आपकी जो ये छोटी सी आशा और सोच जो आपको डॉक्टर BR अम्बेडकर विश्वविद्यालय में लाई है, वो ही आपका पैशन बनेगा जब यहाँ पे आप अपने 3 या 4 साल की जो स्टडीज़ करेंगे, क्योंकि इस विश्वविद्यालय की, जैसे माननीय कुलपति जी ने भी बताया, इसकी अलग से एक यूनिकनेस है। ये उन विश्वविद्यालयों की तरह नहीं है, कन्वेंशनल सिस्टम की तरह, जहाँ पे आप अगर इंग्लिश ऑनर्स में लिए तो खाली इंग्लिश ही पढ़ रहे हैं, बाकी कोई विषय आप नहीं पढ़ पा रहे उसके अंदर। यहाँ पे आपके पास में इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी एरिना खुला हुआ है, आप कोई भी विषय साथ में आप ले पाएंगे। अभी आपको जो बाद में आपके सेशंस होंगे, आपके स्कूल्स के जो आप डीन्स हैं वो भी आपको बताएंगे। और यहाँ की एक फैकल्टी के बारे में मैं बता देता हूँ, क्योंकि मैं एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में हूँ तो मैं बहुत ज़्यादा उसको ओपनली बोल देता हूँ। यहाँ की फैकल्टी बहुत कंपैशनेट है, हमको स्टूडेंट्स के लिए इट इज़ एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी कंपैशनेट। वो स्टूडेंट्स को बिल्कुल अपने एक दोस्त की तरह, एक अपने साथी की तरह उसको लेके चलते हैं और उसको बहुत अच्छे तरीके से उसको ग्रूम करते हैं विद डिफरेंट पेडागॉजी। इट इज़ नॉट एट ऑल अ कन्वेंशनल सिस्टम ऑफ ऑल यूनिवर्सिटीज़। धीरे से आप देखेंगे। ये मैं एश्योरेंस इसलिए दे रहा हूँ कि कुछ अभिभावक, कुछ पेरेंट्स मेरे से बात किए थे और उन्होंने मुझसे बोला कि ये विश्वविद्यालय तो सोशल साइंस का है, हम तो चाहते थे कि बच्चे का एडमिशन इंजीनियरिंग में हो या मेडिकल में हो, लेकिन बच्चा चाहता है कि सोशल साइंस में हो। तो उसका आंसर आज शायद जो माननीय कुलपति महोदय ने यहाँ पे सबके सामने में दिया वो आप सबको मिल ही गया होगा कि आने वाला समय जो है वो सोशल साइंस का ही है। आने वाला समय जो है वो सोशल साइंस की क्रिएटिविटी का और इनोवेटिव का है। चाहे आप AI का ले आएँ, चाहे आप IoT ले आएँ, चाहे आप कितनी भी टेक्नोलॉजी ले आएँ, बट social factors, cultural determinants and societal data that is required, which you people are going to carry out over there. मैं ज़्यादा समय नहीं लूँगा, लेकिन दोनों की बातों से एक बात बोलना चाहूँगा, क्योंकि दोनों ने बोला that you have to be true to yourself, one, and you have to true to be the nation. उसी को देखते हुए, क्योंकि आज हमारे बीच में एक लेजेंडरी आर्मी ऑफिसर हमारे बीच में उपस्थित है, तो मैं एक चीज़ मेरे को बैठे बैठे मंच पे याद आ रही थी कि जो हमारी भारत की सेना है, 3 विंग जो हैं हमारे, इंडियन आर्मी, इंडियन एयरफोर्स और इंडियन नेवी, अगर हम इन तीनों का मोटो देखें, इंडियन आर्मी का मोटो आपको पता ही है, सेवा परमो धर्मा। पर जब लड़ाई में जाती है इंडियन आर्मी तो उसकी वॉर क्राई पता है क्या होती है? मोटो उसका है सेवा परमो धर्मा, वॉर क्राई होती है भारत माता की जय, एंड दे फाइट। Indian Air Force, again the motto is नभ स्पर्शम दीप्तम। बट जब वॉर क्राई आती है भारत माता की जय। इंडियन नेवी अगेन, शम न वरुणा, बट वॉर क्राई जब आती है तो भारत माता की जय। तो वाई वी आर टेइंग इट ओवर देयर कि जब कभी भी आप कहीं भी किसी भी संस्था में हो, जहां से भी आप अपनी शिक्षा प्राप्त करें, क्योंकि शिक्षा प्राप्त करने के बाद आप अकाउंटेबल हैं अपने आप के लिए, सोसाइटी के लिए, और सबसे ज़्यादा इस समाज और नेशन के लिए। और दोनों महानुभावों ने आज आपके सामने में एक ये बात रखी कि यू हैव टू बी फेथफुल टू योर नेशन। Whatsoever you do, you have to be faithful to your nation. And yes, with all these words, I welcome you all again in this university, in this family. बहुत सी हमारा ये कैंपस जो है बहुत सीमित संसाधन है हमारे पास में 2 नए आर्ट ऑफ कैंपसेस ऑलरेडी हमारे अप्रूव हो चुके हैं। एक धीरपुर में है 50 एकड़ के करीब, और एक दूसरा रोहिणी में है। सो जैसे ही वो डेवलप हो जाएगा तो दिस यूनिवर्सिटी इज गोइंग टू बी, देयर इज नो स्काई टू लिमिट। वो कुछ अलग ही यूनिवर्सिटी का स्वरूप दिखेगा। लेकिन जितने भी हमारे पास सीमित संसाधन हैं, उन संसाधनों के अंदर में हम सब एक साथ सफ़र करेंगे। कुछ उलझने भी आएंगी, कुछ महोत्सव भी आएंगे, कुछ हम लोग यहाँ पे बैठ के विचार विमर्श भी करेंगे, लेकिन चलेंगे आपके साथ हाथ में हाथ लेकर। और ऐसी आशा करते हुए आपको 2 शब्दों से मैं इस अपनी वाणी को विराम करूंगा यहाँ पे, कि अब आप लोग उच्च शिक्षा में आ गए हैं। यू पीपल हैव कम इनटू द हायर एजुकेशन। तो जो कोई भी आपका लक्ष्य है, कुछ लक्ष्य आपने अपना निर्धारित किया होगा, तो अपने एक छोटी सी 2 पंक्तियाँ हैं। पंखों को खोल जमाना उड़ान देखता है, पंखों को खोल जमाना उड़ान देखता है, नीचे बैठ के क्या आसमान देखता है। तो पुट योर आईज ऑन योर लक्ष्य एंड गो हेड। वी ऑल आर विद यू एंड वेलकम यू अगेन इनटू दिस यूनिवर्सिटी। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you, sir. It is always a pleasure. It is always a pleasure listening to you. As we embark on this journey together, we wish to assure you that this university is not just a place of learning, but also a community that will be invested deeply into your well-being, and it will help you script your success stories with personal growth as well as well-being. For the same purpose, we would like to invite our Dean Planning, Professor Karthik Dave, for sharing a few words.
मंच पर आसीन आदरणीय नवीन गुलिया जी, माननीय वाइस चांसलर मैम प्रोफेसर अनु सिंह लाथर, डॉक्टर नितिन मलिक our registrar, and Dr. Santosh Singh, Dean Student Services, all the deans and colleagues, our students, parents and friends from media. First of all, warm welcome to one and only the new batch of all the UG programs of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University, Delhi. We welcome you and we assure you that you are at the place where just now Dr. Nitin Malik talked about, that whatever dream you have, this is a platform that how you plan your journey from now. And best way to predict the future is to create it. There is no other way. If you, this is not my words, this is the words of the famous management thinker Peter Drucker, who used to say that if you want to predict future, you have to create it. And how you create it, the first question which comes today to each one of us is that why we are here and what is the purpose. So ये question जो आप सबके दिमाग में है और होना भी चाहिए, कि क्योंकि आजकल OTT का ज़माना है, तो आजकल एक बहुत पॉपुलर OTT है जो चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंसी के प्रिपरेशन पे आई है, उसका नाम है हाफ CA। और उसमें उसका पहला एपिसोड जो बात कर रहा है वो कहता है कि CA करना क्यों है, और उस पूरे एपिसोड में उस चीज़ का उन्होंने आंसर भी दिया है कि CA करना क्यों है, कि हाउ इफ़ यू complete your CA program, how you are going to add value to society, which has just been told again and again by all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, that why we are in a particular course, why I am pursuing BA Economics Honors and why I am pursuing BA History or why I am pursuing BA English Honors. ये क्वेश्चन आपके दिमाग में आज होना चाहिए कि मुझे ये करना क्यों है और इसके बाद की जर्नी क्या होगी, कैसी होगी, और जो ऑब्जेक्टिव जो अभी आपके सामने बात की गई थी सारे ऑब्जेक्टिव्स की, कि लाइफ के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं क्या। तो लाइफ के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हमारे यही हैं कि हम खुद का, अपने परिवार का, अपने साथ सारे लोगों का, अपने समाज का और अपने देश का किस तरह से हम अपनी तरफ से क्या कंट्रीब्यूट, क्या भला कर सकते हैं। और इसी में जो सच्ची हैप्पीनेस है वो इसी में है कि हम खुद के साथ कैसे हार्मोनी में रह पाते हैं, हम समाज के साथ कैसे हार्मोनी में रह पाते हैं, हम अपने कलीग्स और फ्रेंड्स के साथ कैसे हार्मोनी में रह पाते हैं और हम पूरे विश्व और पूरे यूनिवर्स के साथ कैसे हार्मनी में रह पाते हैं। अगर ये रहना हमको सीखना है तो कहीं ना कहीं हमारा रोल होगा। तभी गुलिया जी ने जो बात की थी कि अगर आप कुछ दे रहे हैं तभी तक आपका अस्तित्व है, अन्यथा नहीं। देने के बाद ही आपका अस्तित्व है, पाने वाले का कोई अस्तित्व नहीं है। अस्तित्व उसी का है जो देता है। तो ये भाव के साथ और इसी प्रयास के साथ अगर हम धीरे धीरे बढ़ें, और जो यूनिवर्सिटीज़ की बात, क्योंकि मैं आज यहाँ पर एज ए फैकल्टी या एज ए डीन स्कूल ऑफ बिजनेस नहीं हूँ, एज ए डीन प्लानिंग हूँ, तो मैं आपको इस यूनिवर्सिटी में हम लोग क्या क्या कर रहे हैं और क्या क्या करने वाले हैं और क्या क्या कर चुके हैं। नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 2020 आप सभी जानते हैं, स्कूल्स में भी काफ़ी हद तक इम्प्लीमेंट हुई होगी आपके जहाँ से आपने अपना 12th एग्ज़ाम पास किया है। और यहाँ पे भी आपको बताते हुए बड़ा हर्ष है कि हमें हमारी जितनी भी प्रोग्राम्स है, सारे 19 यूजी प्रोग्राम्स जो हैं वो हमने नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी का जो विज़न है उससे कम्प्लीटली अलाइन करके हमने मल्टीपल एंट्री मल्टीपल एग्ज़िट सिस्टम के साथ सारे जो कोर्सेज़ हैं, जो वैल्यू एडेड कोर्सेज़ हैं, जो अलग अलग तरह के स्किल प्रोग्राम्स हैं, उनको लेते हुए, उनको जोड़ते हुए हमने सारे करिकुलम रिवैम्प किए हैं। और 2022 से last 2 years we have been offering 4-year program, and you are also going to undergo the same 4-year program. And this 4-year will give you not only the subject knowledge but also the necessary skills. You all are aware that we are right now witnessing the 4th industrial revolution. Like ma'am has already talked about technology. तो चौथा जो रिवोल्यूशन है जो हम सब लोग अनुभव कर रहे हैं, पहले दो में तो हमें हवा ही नहीं थी क्योंकि हमारा देश गुलाम था, तीसरे को हम कैपिटलाइज नहीं कर पाए, लेकिन चौथे के लिए हम सब तैयार हैं। और चौथा जो इंडस्ट्रियल रिवोल्यूशन है वो हम लोगों का है कि जो अभी वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम के जो अध्यक्ष हैं उन्होंने भी हाल में ही कहा था कि इंडिया इज़ ए ब्राइट स्पॉट इन द फ्रेजाइल वर्ल्ड, इन द टुडेज फ्रेजाइल वर्ल्ड, इंडिया इज़ द ब्राइट स्पॉट, एंड यू आर द पीपल, those who are going to make a change, those who are going to bring that energy to the fore, and then that energy will be translated into results. You know that today you have joined here, and today is again a big day for all of us because our mission Chandrayaan 3 is also about to land the moon, and we hope that will be successful because recently we have seen Russia and Japan, they have also tried but they were not successful. Even though whatever happens, we don't know what is going to happen, but we are very sure that continuous efforts which have been put by our scientists, our experts sitting at Ahmedabad or Bangalore or any other part of the world, they all are working as a team and working towards a mission. So this is also again a lesson for all of us that you are joining today, and there is another mission which is going to be completed hopefully, and even if it doesn't complete, we are still hopeful that we'll complete it, we'll conclude it, and we'll win it, and that is the dream which we all see together. And I am sure that all of us in this journey will be together. And right, Professor Dr. Nitin Malik just now talked about that how interdisciplinary education, there is again a new opportunity for all of us. All other universities, traditional universities, have a different kind of mechanism, different kind of system, but here you can opt for different courses that we have already explained in our curriculum design. and you can develop new skills in other areas, and you can also enjoy the learning from other business schools, other vocational schools of our university, as well as other streams of the program. And other than this, I would request all of you to be a very active member of the university, not just classroom, but off the classroom also. You please participate in all the events which are organized in the campus and outside the campus. Representation of our university in different campuses, that is equally important for us. And simultaneously, when you will go for your postgraduate program, or even if you will go for your employment, these are the things which will be very important for you to showcase, not just degree, because degree is always a passport and skill is visa. And we have to attend both passport and visa, then only we can fly. I think you understand, and you all are welcome here. Last but not the least, there are many challenges we all are observing from global perspective as well as our national perspective, but at the same time, we are supposed to work towards it. Nobody else will come. I remember a very one Hindi movie, because I am very fond of movies. So Nayak movie, I hope everybody has seen it. And in that, Anil Kapoor used to be very reluctant that I don't want to be politician because it's very dirty and I would like to watch from the outside. But if you want to make a change in any system, then be the part of the system. If you are outsider and then criticizing system, that's not the right way. If you want to improve the system, be the part of the system and improve it. With these words, I rest my speech. But at the same time, I would like to end with one very important quote from our ancient wisdom, which says that as a teacher, as a student, as a stakeholder of this university, we should always believe in that we have to have a very long-term perspective of our life. And in Bhagavad Gita chapter 269 talks about this only, that ya nisha sarva bhutana tasya jagrati sayami jasya jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyate mune. तो हमको एक उसी मुनि की तरह होना है कि जब संसार सोए और हम सोचें कि सस्टेनेबिलिटी कैसे अचीव हो सकती है, और जब संसार जागे तब हम मनन करें, विचार करें कि किस तरह से हम इसको और बेहतर बना सकते हैं. विद दिस वर्ड आई वेलकम ऑल द न्यू कमर्स, and I assure you that our team, our faculty member team, our administrative team, and along with our top management, our Vice Chancellor ma'am, she herself is a icon of inspiration for us, because if you have a leader like her in your campus, I don't think any problem is there in terms of inspiration, in terms of purpose. And I remind one very interesting part, which is again a uniqueness of our university. Jim Collins wrote a blockbuster book called Good to Great, but AUD believes great to good for all the members of the society. That is how we are different and will remain different. And I wish you all the best. Welcome you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your warm and fabulous connect with the audience. The Proctorial Board plays a crucial role in maintaining discipline, ensuring the welfare of students, and upholding the values and ethos of our institution. With their constant efforts, university continues to be a safe, inclusive, and a nurturing environment. For further deliberation, would like to invite our very own Professor Rukmini Sen, Member Proctorial Board, for her kind words here.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Anu Singh Lather, our Chief Guest, Naveen Gulia ji, Dr. Santosh Singh, Dean Student Services, Dr. Nitin Malik, our Registrar, all faculty here, members of the staff, the new batch, the second full house batch of CUET doing 4-year undergraduate program at Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University, Delhi. It's always, always lovely to have fresh faces in our campus. A lot has been said, and today is not the day for me as a representative of the proctoral board to at this moment necessarily go through all the disciplinary code of conduct that exists in this university. It is available on the university website. Every one of you will be shared a copy of it, and you will know what it is about. But there are just maybe 3 things that I would like to emphasize with respect to the fact that as you embark on this journey of being a university student, fresh out of school, while there is a world that is waiting for you and sky is your limit, there are a lot of responsibilities that we also have as students of a university. Of a university which upholds and is by the name of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Principles of social justice, interacting with your own peer, interacting with staff, interacting with students, interacting with the world outside, needs to be rested on principles which do not hurt anybody else's sentiments, which are not derogatory, which are not pejorative, which are not discriminatory on any social, cultural, economic, political, religious basis. These fundamental core principles, which are actually the guiding principles of the Indian Constitution, which upholds the law of the land, as students of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University, Delhi, we expect that all of you will be abiding by these principles. Thank you very much and welcome to our university.
Thank you, ma'am, for your enthusiastic welcome here. It is with great pleasure that I would like to invite our esteemed Dean Assessment and Evaluation, Professor Jyotirmoy Bhattacharya, for his address now. As custodian of academic quality and excellence, his dedication to a culture of continuous improvement and accountability is phenomenal. Sir, we welcome you.
Thank you. Chief Guest Shri Naveen Gulia, respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Anu Singh Lathar, Registrar Dr. Nitin Malik, Professor Santosh Singh, all my colleagues here, and the most important people today are students who are joining today and the parents. I would like to welcome you all to this university once again. I am the Dean of Assessment, Evaluation and Student Progression, and our division is mainly responsible for kind of overseeing or coordinating the evaluation process, certification, degrees and all of that. So maybe you will see me on stage again at the end of your arc. So the arc is beginning today, and you will see me perhaps, or whoever is the Dean Assessment, on the day of your graduation. In between, hopefully, will remain behind the scenes because your evaluation mainly happens through your school, and we'll just coordinate it. But anytime you have any difficulties, you are most welcome to meet us in our evaluation division office here. University has an evaluation policy which is up on the website. I won't overload you with all the details. Anyway, you will have your school orientations, and as you spend your time here, slowly you will pick up how assessments work in our university. I would like to say only 2 things which you have to keep in mind from the beginning itself. First, as you have been told, that under the national education policy and under the system of programs we have here, you have a lot of choices, lot of flexibility. But with that flexibility comes the responsibility that you have to be alert to all the options which are open to you. You have to chart out your educational plan, and you have to make sure that by the time you are exiting the program, you have fulfilled all the requirements for your degree, right? So you have to keep track of what options you are taking and what is the plan over the 3 years that you will follow for your education. So you have to be alert to those. That's one. The second thing I want to emphasize is that we have a continuous assessment process, which means assessments are integral part of your course itself, and they will take many forms. They will not just be exams, they may be field work, they may be assignments, they may be projects. So you have to change your attitude to exams because you have come from a phase of life where exams are very high stake, the highest stake of all SUET and so on. I am sure you must have taken other entrance examinations. So exams have been high stake, one-shot events, and you have to change your attitude from that and see examination or assessment as being part of the learning itself. It's important because as a teacher, I teach economics here, I see that students often, see the exams as high stakes and their mind becomes entirely focused on the assessments, and the end result is that the education which is happening, that somehow takes a back seat. In a system where you have continuous assessment, exams will happen all the time. And so you have to develop the knack of taking the exams while learning at the same time. And I assure you that if you focus on your learning, exams will go well, assessments will go well, and you will have an enjoyable time in your degree here. So once again, wishing you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Presence of our Equal Opportunity Cell and Internal Complaints Committee underscores our university's unwavering commitment to foster an environment of unbiased participation and safety, and that too towards all the members of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University family. For sharing more details on the same, would like to take this opportunity to invite on stage Dr. Oinam Hemlata Devi, who is a member, ICC and Equal Opportunity Office, to welcome our students.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected chief guests of today's orientation program, Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, Nitin sir, Santosh sir, faculty members, students and parents, welcome to Ambedkar University, Delhi, AUD. I have taken the responsibility of introducing the mandate and function of two important divisions in the university. One is Equal Opportunity Office and another is Internal Complaints Committee, that is ICC. Can you help the presentation? Yeah, that's fine. I'll be using few slides to give details of these two different divisions. Okay. So here, when we talk about Equal Opportunity Division in Ambedkar University, it is mainly functional in Ambedkar University to ensure an unbiased, fair and just space and social practices, particularly to prevent, to protect, to promote and benefit people from all the social categories in Ambedkar University. For this purpose, in the Office of Equal Opportunities, we have liaison officers or link officers from all the social categories. When you go to different campuses of our university, you will also get at least 1 or 2 liaison officers in each of the campuses. We also have official email ID, that is eoo@aud.sc.in. You can actually reach out to this particular email ID for any kinds of issues which you think is related to the equal opportunities on the ground of social categories. Now, when I'm saying this, please also note that AUD, we have a zero tolerance policy towards discrimination of any kind. When I'm saying any kind, it can be caste, tribe, gender, ethnicity, race, disabled categories, or differently oriented sexual orientations. So there is a space, university as such, to actually respect diversity and differences of various social categories and various sexual orientation. Now, considering that this is a very respectful space, we are also maintaining a very respectful space in terms of matters related to social sensitivity and sexual orientation and diversities involved. However, tomorrow, by chance, if you feel that there is a requirement for you to reach out to the Equal Opportunity Office on the grounds of some sort of discomfort or problems and issues connected to the equal opportunities on the basis of social categories, please reach out to us to our given email ID, that is eoo@aud.ac.in, or we have also office when you come to the main gate of this particular campus. We have one office of EOO which is next to SUS office, that is the School of Undergraduate Studies office, so you can easily find out, which is just next to the university gate. Now, I'm coming to the next section, which is also again very important division of the university, that is Internal Complaints Committee. Here, when we talk about Internal Complaints Committee, it is particularly deals with the complaints of sexual harassment at an academic institution. We in the AUD formed this particular ICC in pursuance of UGC Regulation 2015 regarding prevention, prohibition, and redressal or remedy of sexual harassment of students and women employees in higher educational institutions. So this particular committee is functional following certain decisions met, which are given out here in the form of a link. This is also quite available on the university website. Now, currently, we have members in this ICC where Professor Tanuja Singh is the chair of the ICC committee. Then Dr. Richa Awasthi and myself are the two faculty representative members of the ICC. Then we have two representatives from the administration, Mr. Bipul Srivastav, Deputy Registrar Administration, and Ms. Ansu Singh, Assistant Registrar, VC Office. We also have student representatives from UG, PG, and research programs, and these representatives are mainly participated in cases when there are concerns and issues or complaints which we deal it in relation to the student matter. We have one external member, that is Professor Arvind Kaur, who is from Information Communication and Technology, Guru Gobind Singh, Indraprasth University. Now, as a committee member, I want to share some of the major responsibilities we have taken up, but these are not the limited numbers. For the sake of information to provide you today, I'm just giving a brief account of how we are actually dealing on this as a committee member. Usually, there are many cases or there are many concerns and issues from the people where there is not much of awareness of how to actually go for a formal complaint. So when such requirements of a formal complaint comes up, then we as a committee also help on those situations. When there are complaints come up, then there are also mechanisms of dispute redressal and dialogue, which we try to usually handle the cases on the principle of natural justice and fairness in dealing all these issues. While dealing any of the cases, we have given reasonable opportunity to the complainant and the respondent for presenting and defending the case. However, please also note that all kinds of complaints which we would be discussing or handling in this particular committee is always treated in a very confidential manner. So some of the common queries, because as I'm saying that it's the Internal Complaints Committee and particularly dealing on the grounds of sexual harassments, one needs to have a very clear idea of what does this particular term sexual harassment means. So I'm actually taking the exact definition of sexual harassment from page number 9 of UGC's Handbook on Sexual Harassment. It says that it includes any unwelcome sexually inclined behavior, whether directly or indirectly, such as physical contact and advances, demand or request for sexual favors, sexually colored remarks showing any pornography, or any other unwelcome physical, verbal, or non-verbal contact of sexual nature. So when one is thinking that there are certain issues and concern, there is a requirement to make it sure that such concerns are coming up under the definition given by the UGC's regulation on the definition of sexual harassment. Otherwise, there are lots of confusion, and sometimes we end up getting cases which are not even related or which are not under the purview of ICC. So some of the common queries again coming up while dealing the case of ICC is that, sometimes people will not have much idea of whom to contact, where to approach. So for that, I would say that the given email ID, we have one email ID that is ICC, Internal Complaints Committee @aud.sc.in. So any kinds of issue related to sexual harassment complaint, you can write it to us, and then we would be immediately responding on it, as there are also certain compulsion that, it's a time-bound cases and manners where we have to handle everything. Who can approach the committee for help is something which everybody needs to know. So if you are a student who is registered in the university, you can approach to this particular committee. If you are an employee of the university, then you can also approach to ICC. But interestingly, there is a mention which says that this particular regulation is given, certain conditions, considering that it would be actually addressing the issues of harassment of students and women employees. So there are certain conditions that, unfortunately, male employees cannot actually submit their application in this particular internal complaints committee. That is something we also need to know, because this is something which UGC has provided, and many a times we also get some concerns, some queries of all those information, before reaching to the actual complaint. For details, I would request all of you, all the students, to visit our university website, and we have given all the detailed documents. And if there are any further queries, you can write to our given email ID of both the sections. One is Equal Opportunity Office, and another is Internal Complaints Committee. Okay, Restar sir has also again sort of advised me to speak a little bit on the anti-ragging activities. So there is also two committees in the form of anti-ragging squad and anti-ragging committee in the university. Here, as you have joined newly in the university, there may be various doubts and queries about the ragging situations and all. In this university, we have not yet compromised any cases of ragging situations. So any kind of ragging in the form of senior, making introduction of the juniors, or understanding of the university spaces, any kinds of ragging in the form of bullying, in the form of performing any forms of activities which the senior people would like to get it from the juniors, is something which we do not promote it and we do not encourage in the university spaces. So tomorrow, by chance, if you feel that some kinds of activities or some, situations happens which is actually leading to the, ragging situation, where you've been actually ragged into such a situation which you think that you are not supposed to be, encouraged in the campus, then you can also reach out to us. I'm also one of the committee member of the anti-ragging squad and anti-ragging committee, as I'm the hostel warden, girls hostel warden of the university. So as of now, for any kinds of these issues, you can directly reach to me as well. My email ID is hamleta@aud.sc.in. So with these words, I again welcome all of you, and happy to meet you guys in the class. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. This was so important. As our university has always maintained a stance of engaged scholarship for all our students, we take immense pride in our rootedness and our sense of belonging to all the contributing pillars of our university. With this, I would like to request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, ma'am, to kindly honor our security staff and sanitation workers for their contribution to our university. I am beginning to take the names here. Shrimati Asha,
These are our women who are working as a sanitation employees and our guards here. We had honored and appreciated their work on 15th of August. Some of them could not come because of their personal reasons, so they have been given the appreciation letter today.
Shrimati Asha. A big round of applause for her, please. Shrimati Kavita. Shrimati Vinita. Shrimati Vinita. Shrimati Vimla. Shrimati Javyanti. Shrimati Javyanti, please. Shrimati Meena. Shrimati Meena. Shrimati Nirmala. Shrimati Sangeeta, Shrimati Mona, Shrimati Rekha, Shrimati Rekha, Shrimati Babita, Shrimati Geeta, Shrimati Sunita, Shrimati Kamlesh, Shrimati Anita, Shrimati Shakuntala, Sunita, Shrimati Kamlesh, Shrimati Anita, Shrimati Shakuntala, Shrimati Rajkumari, Shrimati Anjali, Shrimati Nida, she's our sanitation supervisor. Shrimati Nida, Shrimati Sunita, Nida, Nida, Nida. as has been restated enough, that our university very mindfully creates a safe space for all our students through various initiatives. Ehsaas Clinic is one of such curations for the holistic welfare, an academic environment which is cushioned through the values of empathy, compassion, and concern. Would like to invite Dr. Vinod for his welcome note for our students.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, the Registrar, Chief Guest, and Santosh. This is the first time in an orientation that, I had the privilege of witnessing the sanitation workers being applauded for all the invisible efforts. So precisely that is why this term Ehsaas, which is our psychotherapy and counseling clinic at our university. So one of the core thing about our counseling clinic is that we deal with emotional and psychological crisis. We may be carrying out a functional selves to the classrooms, but it is often our vulnerability or experiences in our significant relationships that are pushed aside, And moreover, this is also a time of transition for many of you here from school to college, and that can be overwhelming because the Bollywood represents college classrooms very differently to the real classroom that you're going to witness in our university. So welcome to Ambedkar University. With this awareness, I just want to say that we are here to value your both functional and dysfunctional self that you represent in your world, because your dysfunctional self also enables you to work towards your self-growth. And therefore, this clinic is mainly focused on listening to unvoiced feelings and experiences. Yeah? So keeping this imagination of crisis, we in the clinic listen to crisis not only as something human and abnormal, but the clinic opens up to so many concerns like body image issues, self-harm, behavioral problems like substance abuse, bereavement and death and grief during COVID, which was, we listened to a lot of grief around this time, family issues, sexual abuse, domestic violence, broken homes, suicidal thoughts, caring for a family member with mental illness or alcoholism. So one has to keep in mind that sometimes the problems may not be so visible to the world outside, and still the person may be breaking inside. Just this feeling is enough to reach out to us. So Ehsaas is a psychotherapy and a counseling clinic, and it helps individuals to reach a fuller experience of the self, to create a safe space which conflicting, anxiety-provoking, traumatic parts are expressed and shared. Currently, Ehsaas is one psychotherapist who is available from 9 to 5 p.m. on campus. You can reach out in case of emergency by simply walking into the clinic. And we have a shortage of human resource, so the long-term work is carried out by our MA psychology students. We have two options. One is called a walk-in clinic from Monday to Friday between 1 to 2 p.m. And our MA students are trained to provide the space for open and healing communication. And then we have listening circles, which are again run by our students as a space to hold significant themes of identity crisis, grief, and anxiety of change, or the burden of being with all the contradictory parts in us. Yeah? So Ehsaas is a low-fee clinic. It's a safe space where conversations with the clients are respected and kept confidential. To fix an appointment in Ehsaas, please write this down, ehsaas@aud.ac.in. One doesn't need to make an appointment for walk-in services. You can just walk in, and if the going gets tough, you will have somebody to listen to you in this space, and which I think is very unique of our university space and, and the classroom out here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Extracurricular activities are an integral part of our university experience. They foster personal growth, skill development, and a sense of belonging. To share more on this front, would like to invite Deputy Dean Dr. Dheeraj Kumar Knight from Student Services for sharing more details on the same.
Good afternoon, all. Respected ma'am, sir, Nitin sir, and the most important, inspiring chief guest, Naveen sir, and Dr. Santosh. All faculty members, new students, you will very soon notice that it's not extracurricular activity, as my colleague said. It is co-curricular activity because AUD has a vision since the outset that students need to pursue their creative, innovative, imaginative capacity, both inside the lecture hall when you pursue your academic discipline, simultaneously outside of the lecture hall in various forms. And AUD has been committed to promote these co-curricular activities in broadly 11 areas. I will just briefly list all of them. However, please note that AUD has been promoting your participation in pursuing those co-curricular activities both at the level of campus and outside of this campus. In case those students who choose to pursue these co-curricular activities as professional career and participate in inter-university competition, inter-college competition, or at national and international level, because in the past we had international successful candidate in this field, AUD is committed to finance and provide logistical support to enable you to pursue this professional path. At the same time, it has been committed to encourage you to pursue this innovative, inventive, and regenerative parts of life on the campus, where you will have co-curricular activities and also have annual cultural festival, which is known as AUD at the Rate of City, which is annual cultural festival of Ambedkar University, Delhi. So the following are the co-curricular areas which so far are formed by not the member of management, but by the students themselves. They have taken voluntary initiatives over the last 13 years to form all of them, and they manage them. We are just providing logistic supports. So to start with, dance society, theater society, music society, literary society, quiz, debate, fashion, eco society, and one of very popular one is also the sports, which we do have a full-time director, Dr. Sunil Dhaya. So all of you are welcome to pursue your both professional interests in these co-curricular activities and also recreational, rejuvenative routine life at AUD in coming days. And through this, you will make this campus both colorful and proud to us, to Delhi government, and to the entire society. Welcome you all.
Thank you so much for this emphasis and the correction. As we bring this memorable orientation ceremony to a close, it is my honor to present vote of thanks on behalf of the university community. First of all, I would like to thank our chief guest, Shri Naveen Gulia ji, for gracing the occasion. Your words of inspiration will resonate in our hearts, more so our students as they embark on their academic voyages. We extend our sincere appreciation to our Vice Chancellor Ma'am for her visionary leadership and the address. Your guidance sets the tone for university's continued success. To our kind registrar for his words of affection and welcome note. To all our deans, directors, faculty members, non-teaching staff from all the divisions, administration, estate, Vice Chancellor's office, student services, IT, towards your unwavering support towards the event, your efforts make this university a vibrant hub of learning and growth. Our esteemed audience, students and their families for their patience and participation. And big thanks to our student volunteers for their tireless contribution in making this event a success. In closing, let us remember that today is just the first step of many that you will take from here. As you commence on this journey, we are with you. The second half of the event shall be facilitated by our student volunteers, deans, faculty, and staff in the university premises. Now, may I please request all of you to please rise up for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, everyone. May I please request everyone to have refreshment after this? Refreshment is arranged for everyone outside the hall.